What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Golem Overlord content today. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, the updates from Yixin have been nonstop over the last couple of days, and it was while I was on vacation and traveling, and I'm just glad that I was able to still be involved, to log in, and just to take advantage of the free crates that were given out for these new backgrounds. You can see here that I have one, and let's see if you can see my even better one. Let's go back to like inventory shop and then come back. Nope. Okay, well, let me just preview it for you guys. It is this one right here, preview background. It's beautiful. I love it. I actually really love it. I mean, it's not anything rare or anything like that, but it's been a lot of fun just being involved with that. And so the purpose of this video isn't necessarily to go through all the updates, because a lot of them are done now. In terms of, if you wanted to get the free crates, you probably got them in your inventory already if you logged in during that 24-hour period over the weekend. But if you didn't, you can actually go and buy crates now, because when you go to the inventory section, you can go to the shop page, and this will allow you to buy all different kinds of backgrounds or troves, Vista troves. That'll, I think, give you a bit of a, well, let's see here. Oh, no, sorry, crate preview. Whoops, that's not what I meant to press. So you can get any one of these, right? And it costs roughly 41 cents. Now, these are actually not just cosmetic, because as you'll see here, if I go back to my inventory, you can see that there is a 2.2% additive shard claim multiplier. This does not stack though, so I'm assuming it just takes the higher of the two that I have equipped. And ultimately, it's a cool little thing that you can get. Now, from my understanding, I'm not going to go back into the posts, but from my understanding, with the shards that are used on these end up getting burned. So this isn't even revenue for Yixin or the Go team. This is just getting burned and giving utility to shard. Now, it's 41 cents right now. The cost of all crates is adjusted daily based on the 7-day rolling average shard price, which I guess is supposed to be around 50 cents. So you're getting a little bit of a deal right now with shard price being down. But, ultimately, what I wanted to talk about in this video is why I think Golem Overlord is so exciting right now. Because, sure, from a meta perspective, from a gaming perspective, it's an idle clicker. It's not going to compete against, your Web 2 giants like Fortnite. It's difficult to even compete against something like Splinterlands, where, there's an actual game and a meta and all that. And you have this thing, you have this activity that you're doing, whether it's brawls, whether it's frays, or brawls, whether it's battles, whether it's land at some point in the future. This is something where you just check in every couple of hours, click claim, and then you work on your meta and go through and use your attacks and all that. But what I think has made Go so exciting, and this is part of the reason that I'm in it, is because of Yixin, right? I said I'm not necessarily bullish on Go, but I'm bullish on Yixin. The dude is pumping out updates left and right. And you go into the Discord, and it is like, whenever there's, whenever he's pumping out like multiple updates a day, it's just, everybody's super excited. Everybody's super hyped. And it's a small community right now. There's not much to the game. There's not much to, the overall aspect of it, but it looks clean. It looks actually amazing, right? Like, I love the new backgrounds. I love the little things that are being added to it. The game is still technically in alpha. And this is where I feel people have become super, super engaged, is due to the fact that there are a ton of updates. Now, you contrast this to Splinterlands, and this is not a Splinterlands video, but just to look at what's happening over on the Splinterlands side. And I want to be very understanding and respectful of the fact that Splinterlands is trying to tackle way bigger beasts at this moment. But at the expense, or what's ending up happening for Splinterlands is the fact that they are not having all these little events, these little releases, these little things that are coming out every so often. And they're instead going for a bigger, a bigger piece of the pie with land. Now, for Splinterlands, like I said, I didn't want this to be a Splinterlands video, but it's just in the context of this. I do think Splinterlands the community was much more excited in the first quarter of the year because of the fact that there were a lot more updates. We were getting new rule sets, we were getting new metas, new ability, no, maybe not abilities, maybe just rule sets, and just small things on a much more consistent basis. Whereas now, here in Q2, we haven't gotten that quite as much. The releases have been much less overall, and we're all just waiting for Land 1.5, which, again, we don't even have the final release date from when that'll be. But when we do get through that, I think that Splinterlands can be in a better place. And I think that hopefully Splinterlands can look at what Golem Overlord is doing in terms of just being very consistent with a lot of updates, with a lot of cool things, a lot of surprise and delight. I mean, I'll be honest. I wasn't following, I'm not in the Discord every day, so I didn't know if backgrounds were coming at a certain point. I knew that there was going to be some type of shard ability, right, or shard utility, but I didn't know there were going to be backgrounds. And then all of a sudden I saw the ping from Yixen, and I was like, oh, this is cool. I need to make sure that I log in the next 24 hours at some point, right? So ultimately, I feel like what's been exciting for Golem Overload so far is this aspect of just engaging the community with a lot of releases. Doesn't have to be anything major, doesn't have to be anything big. And I'm not trying to diminish what Yixen is doing, because I'm sure putting together all of these different kinds of backgrounds and art assets and all that, it can't be easy, right? I'm sure there's a lot that goes into it. But all I'm saying is that I think that overall, what's made it so exciting for everybody involved is just the fact that we are here. There's new things to try out every so often, and Yixen's just been an absolute beast. So I remain bullish on where Golem Overlord is going. Again, I don't follow the token prices, whether that's part or shard. I don't really care about what's happening with the overall tokenomics. I mean, I do check into it from time to time, and maybe we'll have a video where we look through that. Well, actually, there's even more here. So I'll save this for a future video. But ultimately, it's like, for me, I'm having a lot of fun with it. Whenever there's something new, I jump into the Discord. I see what everybody's talking about. Everybody's sharing all their different backgrounds, and it's just been a really fun experience so far. Golem Overlord does have the kind of, we'll call it, honeymoon aspect, because everything is still relatively new. It does have the small, nimble, agile approach. Agile, not the systems, right? But just an agile approach to building, because there's just not much right now. So all you have to do is kind of build and add slowly and steadily on top of that. But I have to say that stuff like the past week in Golem Overlord, that has had just a tremendous amount of updates, right? We got the shop redesign. Let's see if I can find anything else over here. All the green stuff, right? So there's enhanced referral rewards, which is pretty cool. I'm not even going to go into that, right? Like unleashing bulk opening, more features, background crates launch, enrich your experience. All this stuff, this is all from the past week, the past couple of days, right? Unveiling our world, the lore of Golem Overlord. I haven't even had a chance to look into this yet, but it's stuff like this that just keeps everybody engaged, and what makes me very excited for the future of the game. So I don't know what else there is to come, but I'm stacking my part. I'm stacking my shard. Well, I'm not really stacking my part. I'm burning my part. You can see here I'm still 109%, so I'm doing pretty good on that, and I'm rising the ranks, staying at about the 1500 range, but hopefully I'll make my way up in the near future. But that's all I have for you guys in this video. Like I said, I'm really happy with my experience so far with Golem Overlord. If you have been sitting on the sidelines and thinking through like, oh well, I don't want to invest in this game, or I shouldn't invest, again, I don't think it's about investment. I spent 30 Hive to just play the game. I haven't spent anything else outside of that. And I have to say that for 30 Hive, I don't even know what the value of 30 Hive is right now. Was that $10? I've definitely gotten my entertainment value's worth. And here's the thing. It's not done yet. Hopefully there'll be a lot more along the way as Yixen continues to provide a lot of value and entertainment within the game. So shout out to Yixen, shout out to the Golem Overlord community. It's been a lot of fun so far, and I look forward to continuing that. So I'll dive into some of the things as I'm catching up now. You can see I'm finally back home, so I will catch up on all the Golem Overlord stuff, and if there's things worth making a video on, or if there's stuff that you want to see a video on specifically for Go, let me know, and I'll try to tackle that by the end of the week. I'll catch you all in the next video and see you around the game. Take care.